Molly Ridgeway and Josh Anderson discovered one another and found a way to change Tennessee through their time at Maryville College. Their story is a lesson in how love, determination, and a positive outlook can change things for the better. Josh is the son of a Methodist minister whose calling moved the family all over East Tennessee.
Somewhere around age 11, 12, I became kind of a political nerd and became interested in government and politics and all that. So I was definitely a nerdy kid growing up.
Josh grew his interest in politics by shadowing legislators and serving as a page in the Tennessee state capitol. Molly grew up in Florence, Alabama, near the home of her hero, Helen Keller, the first deaf and blind person to graduate from college, who went on to worldwide fame. Molly has a rare neurological disorder called childhood apraxia of speech. She can hear perfectly, but is unable to speak, and instead uses sign language to communicate. Molly's parents treated her just like her 3 verbal siblings and raised her not to think of herself as disabled.
I consider myself different. When you break down the word disabled, it means not able. I am fully capable of a lot of things like driving and being a mother. It has helped my perspective be more positive. I try to look at life with the good aspects of it. Many of my friends say I am the loudest person they know.
I always say for somebody who can't talk, she says a whole lot more than most of us do.
Still, Molly's differences gave her a frighteningly clear understanding of ways in which society can fail those who cannot speak, particularly when they need to call 911 to report an emergency.
When I was a senior in high school, I got into a wreck and could not call 911 for help. This was my first experience where I realized that texting 911 was so important. Well, fast forward 6 years later, I crashed again, this time into a funeral van. Thankfully, no one was hurt. When I FaceTimed my husband, he could not understand me because I was crying and my signs were everywhere. It is so scary when I cannot get help.
Thanks to Maryville College, Molly would eventually help ensure that others need not endure the same experience. Molly chose Maryville College because of its cross-country program and its proximity to the mountains. Josh spent his first 2 post-secondary years at Pellissippi State Community College. He became interested in Maryville after he met Molly at a Christian extracurricular event in Blount County.
Molly was definitely a big factor in the equation. However, I'll say this, Maryville was very transfer friendly. You know, when it came to the credits and everything, transferring, scholarships, everything. I mean, it just made a lot of sense end of the day to go to Maryville, and Molly kind of helped make it make sense for sure.
The couple were active in the Student Government Association and found a home on the team Maryville College sent to the Tennessee Intercollegiate State Legislature, a mock legislature for students. Together, they authored a bill to require Tennessee high schools to give foreign language credit for classes in American Sign Language.
If you could study Greek, Latin, Spanish, French, sign language is another language too, and it's a useful one. I mean, there's so many people around us deaf and with other disabilities or for other reasons use sign language as a form of communication. So we said, let's do something about this.
Another bill required 911 systems throughout the state to add text to 911 capability in every county.
And that's really where Molly and I first got together and started advocating for things. And we did well with them there, and then we said, well, let's just go to the actual legislature with them too.
Molly and Josh brought their sign language bill before the actual state legislature in 2017.
If this bill is passed, it means that students who learn American Sign Language in schools and study it will be able to communicate with the deaf community and bridge the gap.
They lobbied for their text to 911 bill at the Capitol 4 years later.
Here's why House Bill 0173 is so important to me. Texting 911 can help so many others who cannot call 911.
The sign language bill became law, and text to 911 ultimately became a policy implemented statewide by the Tennessee 911 Board. Molly and Josh were married in 2018. Josh graduated from the University of Tennessee College of Law and now practices at a firm in Chattanooga. Molly earned a master's degree in political management from George Washington University and works as director of peer support for a nonprofit that supports families of children with disabilities. She delivers TED Talks and other public presentations to share her story and inspire others to overcome their own challenges.
I want to encourage you to try to push through fear, Anne.
Try to find a solution to your problems.
The couple says they owe their successes in large part to the foundation laid during their years at Maryville College.
Maryville College will always hold a special place in our hearts. It really helped develop our skills and foundation in advocacy.
But those values that we got from Maryville College, I see Maryville College as kind of the launching pad. You know, the more we look in retrospect, we can see that and the things that Maryville taught us.